Have you ever felt a stare on your back even when you're alone? In the fog-choked corners of Maryland, they whisper about a grin that isn't attached to a soul. A grin that doesn't just stretch, it splits the face open. A grin that's hungry. Daniel Hart's walk home from the diner was a ritual, but tonight the world felt wrong. The fog wasn't just thick, it was suffocating, clinging to the streetlights with wet gray hands. The usual sounds of the night were gone, replaced by a silence so deep it felt like the world was holding its breath. Daniel knew with a certainty that chilled him to the bone that he was being watched. Under a dying street lamp, a feeling like ice water spiders crawled up his spine. It was a primal urge, the one that screams at you to turn around, even when you know you shouldn't. He fought it, and he lost. He looked, and his heart stopped. Down the long, empty road, a shape stood. Tall, skeletal, utterly still. It wasn't leaning or waiting. It was observing. Daniel squeezed his eyes shut, praying it was a trick of the fog. But when he opened them, it was still there. A black slash against the gray. Wrong, so wrong. He told himself it was just a person, but the lie tasted like ash in his mouth. The longer he stared, the more the silence screamed. Daniel tore his eyes away and walked, forcing his legs to move faster. His hurried footsteps cracked against the pavement, an unnervingly loud rhythm in the dead air. He promised himself he wouldn't look back, but he did. The figure hadn't moved. It was just closer, as if the street itself had shrunk between them. Daniel's air hitched. He dodged left. The figure mirrored him. He dodged right. Its head snapped to the side with the sound of cracking bone, but the smile never faltered. Through the swirling mist, he finally saw its face. It was a smile carved into flesh, a permanent, unhinged crescent that pulled the cheeks back into a state of silent laughter. The teeth were too long, too neat, like polished stones in a wound. The grin was a dead thing, frozen in an expression of pure, malevolent glee. A sob escaped Daniel's lips as he scrambled backward, pure terror liquefying his thoughts. He ran. He bolted down the street, his own ragged breaths roaring in his ears. There were no footsteps behind him, just a cold, heavy pressure that followed, an ancient and patient predator. He ducked into an alley, the neon red of an exit sign bleeding across the wet ground. He slipped, his hands scraping against brick, fear of physical force shoving him onward. He didn't dare look back. He couldn't bear to see how close that grin was now. Then his foot caught on something, splintered wood or bone, and he fell hard. Pain flared in his knee, but it was nothing compared to the cold dread that washed over him. He pushed himself up, gasping, and it was standing over him, the grinning man. It loomed so close he could smell it, the stench of damp earth and something sweet, like rot. The smile was a gaping wound in the dark, and its eyes were empty sockets that trembled with a horrifying excitement. It bent down, its movements unnervingly fluid, like a marionette on unseen strings. Daniel tried to scream, but the sound died in his throat. It leaned in, its breath a frozen puff against his skin. It didn't whisper. It made a sound from deep in its throat, a wet, clicking noise that formed a single mocking word. Found. Daniel's world didn't go black. It was erased. The next morning, his phone lay shattered in the alley. Of Daniel, there was nothing. No blood, no body. Just a smear on the brick wall, a dark, greasy mark that went straight up before vanishing into the sky. They say in Maryland, on the foggiest nights, if you feel that stare, you might see it too. Standing perfectly still, wearing that impossible grin, just waiting for you to look. And if you do, don't let it see you look twice, because when you look away, that's when it knows it can take you. If you crave more darkness, follow now, and comment 100 if you think you're brave enough.